Secure facility. Yes. We have a warrant for your DNA. It's an investigation that Kansas City is handling.
Yes, that's why we got a search warrant for your mouth to get your DNA, whether to eliminate you or to confirm what the person is saying.
You can get like a low down one.
It was September 29th, 2023. My now wife and I were filming just a little video. We were advertising my business, some shirts I had made for it. And we didn't know it at the time, but we were basically filming my alibi.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, what's up?
Step out here and talk to me for a second.
Yeah.
So, we have a warrant for your DNA.
Okay.
All right. So, we need to take a DNA swab from your mouth.
For what?
It's an investigation that Kansas City is handling.
Okay.
Okay. So, if they want to speak to you about that, they will. But the judge has signed off saying that we can come get your DNA. There's no choice to it. Okay.
Okay.
So what I need you to do is just put your mouth. I'm gonna put this on the inside of your cheek. Okay.
We'll write on it when we get in the car.
Yes. So essentially, they're investigating a crime that DNA may or may not from you showed up. So they're trying to eliminate you.
Well, what kind of crime?
We can't dive into that too deep right now, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't giving me anything. I had absolutely zero idea what was going on. And from the time that they left, it was about 7 months before I knew what really happened. I was told that at this point, any moment, they could be back to arrest me. I was advised to retain a defense attorney. And I was told that would cost me anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. Now, of course, with this knowledge, this was when my nervous system just went crazy. And I was throwing up. And at some point, I just stopped eating. In the span of a few months, I dropped 40 pounds. And I'm a little guy, I don't have 40 pounds to lose. I was scared to tell people what was going on because I knew there'd be a stigma associated with it. A few months had gone by. One day, just out of the blue, I get a phone call. And it was the detective.
So, long story short, your name got brought up in an investigation up here, and that's why we got your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to tell you that you have been basically disqualified or excluded,
Okay.
so you are no longer associated.
I know one thing that stuck out to me in that phone call that seemed really weird.
So I asked the person about it, and they said that I would assume just due to the injuries that I don't know why your name got brought up.
I thought that's what I needed to hear to feel safe again. But the problem was no one would tell me what actually happened, who said what about me. At this point, I still didn't know what I had been accused of.
Did this person know me in any capacity? Were they just trying to get out the hot seat?
I would say it's safe to bet that they knew you.
And I didn't trust anyone during this time. I had friends and old friends texting me, asking if I was okay, because no one heard from me. There were several months after that, I tried to forget about it, but there was just always this feeling that something was off, because I knew that there was someone out there that had dragged me into this, and I didn't have any reason to believe that it wouldn't happen again, you know? Sometime in July, I went out to a club in town. We're sitting on the second floor of this club, and I mean, it's entirely empty. There's people on the first floor, but the second floor, it's all empty. And I remember looking up and seeing a couple people walk by, and they're glaring at me. I looked at Camille and I said, I think we need to go to Kansas City and try and get that police report, anything we can, because I think I know who dragged me into this. We were in Kansas City very soon after that. Managed to, through my connections, get the case number. So I had that. Once I got that report, my gut was right. I remember calling one of my friends. I don't have a word to describe that feeling. But now that I had a name, I understood a general idea of what I was being accused of. That opened a lot of doors. I did two things pretty immediately after that. One, I submitted a request for a protection order against this girl, and I submitted a request for the affidavit that was used to obtain the search warrant in the first place. It was only a day or two after the hearing, I ended up getting the affidavit in an email. Reading that, I was sick for days after reading that. To see in a legal document this incredibly wild story that somebody made up about you while you were 3 hours away in another city is disgusting. It's hard to describe just how horrible reading that made me feel. I had been waiting to get married until all this was said and done. We didn't have an exact date in mind at all. But as soon as this wrapped up, we started planning our wedding. We drove out to Moab, Utah, and it was really special. Going up that mountain and reading those vows, it wasn't just marking the beginning of something really great. It was also marking the end of something really horrible.
Umbrella ever.
I'll hold it for you. Yeah.
Put me in a position where I was at risk of losing the business I've worked so hard to build. It could have ended my relationship instantly. I was lucky in this situation where a lot of people aren't, that the people close to me trust me. I had a lot of resources that a lot of people don't have access to help get me through this time and to be informed on what I should and shouldn't do. And yeah, it feels weird sitting and talking about how this all affected me, because obviously I want to try and put up a front. I wish I could pass it all off as a joke, just a funny story from the past, but it's not. And I think it kind of demonstrates a larger issue at hand. It's definitely changed how I look at the world, perceive people I know, people I used to know. But I also don't let that dictate how I've chosen to carry on.